Y'all, we have to get on this subject. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know if we're going to do a series. We might do a part 1, part 2, and might even do a part 3. But I absolutely want to touch on this. This is an absolute must. Have you ever wondered why, when you get ready to embark on a new journey, you start something new or things are going absolutely great, and then all of a sudden there's a halt, like something happens and everything goes out of whack? Listen, we have to discuss monitoring spirits. Yes. So, first and foremost, let's just say what it is. There are evil people in this world, and we are in a day and age where people actually go to soothsayers, witches, voodoo priests, warlocks. That's real. Let's get into this. I'm going to take a look at my notes, so bear with me. So, all right, the devil has fallen angels that he uses to monitor us. That's first and foremost. There are spirits, okay? Now, one thing's for sure is that these spirits need hosts. So that means empty or weak vessels. If you are on a journey with God, first and foremost, I'm just going to tell you, there are going to be people that are going to try to come in and out of your life to throw you off your pivot, okay? Now, when I say weak vessels, these are people who still drink, who may smoke to get high. Let's just say even people who are just not on the journey that you're on. They are easy targets for these entities and energies to jump in and out of, and they will use them. Have you ever come to the conclusion that somebody is not acting themselves? If you are a believer and you apply the word of God to your life, we have assigned angels who are here to help us. When we declare the word of God over our lives, our angels who are assigned to us are here to assist us and to help us, but we have to give them something to work with. So you have to study the word of God. Don't just read it, but you have to actually apply it to your life. Psalm 34:7 reads, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them." That means your assigned angels will encamp around you. They will keep you covered, keep you guarded, okay? So this means no matter what the enemy has planned for you, if you abide and you are in the will of God, there is no weapon formed will prosper. They may form, you may see a few things out of place, but they will never prosper. Exodus 23:20 reads, "Pay close attention to him and obey his instructions. Do not rebel against him, for he is my representative, and he will not forgive your rebellion." So this means when you are outside of the will of God, then you do not have his protection. This means that the enemy has legal jurisdiction over your life to wreak havoc, okay? Do not create open doors. When you create open doors, the enemy will go to God and let him know what offenses that you have committed against God, and will ask him for legal rights to wreak havoc in your life, to cause chaos. Don't do it. So as mentioned, these monitoring spirits come and go. You may get a call from somebody who you haven't heard from in a long time. You may also have somebody in your life who's just outside of the will of God as well. This is also why relationships, sometimes there's a person, or let's just say there's a relationship. One person prays and the other person just don't. They just not into that yet, right? The enemy can jump into that spouse. This is why it's not always good to be with someone who's unequally yoked, who is not on the same level as you, because the enemy can jump into your spouse and cause all kind of issues, and you not understanding why, but only because that person is on the outside of the will of God, and they are the monitoring spirit. So the spirit will jump in them, see what you have going on, and go back and tell the enemy, and he going to tell God what you're doing wrong. Yes, the enemy is just that petty, okay? Also, let me tell you one of the key entries that the enemy used when he used monitoring spirits. You can be single, you can be out, and you attract a certain type of person. This is a person who has a like spirit, right? A familiar spirit. With this familiar spirit, the enemy will be attracted to this certain void that you have in your life. A place that may be caused by trauma, it could be caused by hurt, unforgiveness, whatever the case. With this familiar spirit will be attracted to you. They may appease you and know how to say the right things. They may even be very attracted to you, but they are an unclean spirit. Now, that unclean spirit in that empty vessel will use that vessel to get to you to cause you to fornicate. Once you fornicate with that person, you have created an open door. With that open door, that spirit will go back, report that to the enemy, and the enemy will go to God and let God know where you have broken the law. When you break a law of God, okay, you have caused offense. Once you cause that offense with God, the enemy then has legal jurisdiction to cause chaos in your life. The enemy is petty. The enemy is sneaky. And I think we need to do a part 2. Tell me what y'all think.